I can't do
I
it.
give him a chance.
I'm
give him a
sorry.
chance, but
I was
I don't
gonna
think
get
they're
off.
bad.
I thought you was leaving. I was confused because I thought you
I
was
was leaving. I was leaving Breezy, but he took him down. I
He's
was
the one that come
leaving,
up here.
but I was about to go off on him, so I was like, nope, let me get off of
Yeah.
here. That's why I was like,
And let me
I
just,
gotta go.
can I just make a statement about that right quick before we move on? All right, no lives matter.
Hello?
No lives matter. No lives matter. Hear me very clearly, please.
You in the glass?
I
Can
have
you hear
done
me?
jokes in a Confederate biker bar.
Hello? Can you hear me?
Yes. Let me say what I'm saying real quick.
Okay.
All right. I have done jokes in a Confederate biker bar about Tulsa. Can you mute right quick?
Hey y'all, how are y'all doing? What I was gonna come up and say was that I appreciate you all for educating the people, and I really do stand with you guys when you say I feel like Black men should definitely take some notes from the Islam community as far as like
the Islamic beliefs.
Well, the Islamic beliefs. I do apologize. As far as when it comes to women, I feel like these dudes out here today, they are lost, and the way that they disrespect women is so fucking horrible. They forget that the Black
Tulsa,
woman.
I love you dearly. Tulsa, let me address No Lives Matter real quick because I want you to understand why he got kicked off.
Okay.
All right. I did jokes in a Confederate biker bar one time about this topic, right? And I said exactly this. I have two friends that I grew up with that I've known at least since I was 8 years old who are police, right? And they're police in New York City, which is one of the more dangerous places to be a police officer, right? So when you say Blue Lives Matter, they matter to me because I got friends who are cops.
Yeah.
And I told them just this. I said, I'm old. So I've been conditioned to use the word retarded. I still use that word. If you call one of my students retarded, I'm gonna fuck you up.
Let me just say
got to be absolutely fucking retarded if you don't understand that when we say Black Lives Matter, we mean stop fucking killing us. And so when you put out statements, all lives matter or no lives matter, that means you're saying the opposite of what the fuck we're saying.
Yeah, you're saying I'm
playing with the message,
trying to discredit what you're saying. It's deflection at its finest.
Right. So stop playing with the message and stop telling us where your melanin comes from because you have none.
You white as paper.
You know what? Listen here, guys.
Because that doesn't validate you saying ignorant shit.
But listen, let's take this into consideration.
Hey, let me just.
Because
can I just address? Hold on. Let me just address something.
Okay, ladies, hold on 1 second.
I just don't like the people in the chat, man. Like, I don't care like what sexuality anybody is. Don't be attacking people in my chat for their sexuality. They go crazy.
Yeah, we're here to talk about a message that matters.
Yeah, stop doing that, bro. I don't like that. People are just people. It don't matter what your sexuality is. I don't care. That's on you. But people like to push that narrative too. They're attacking you in the chat.
Let me just say this, Sincere. Thank you for being a Black man and standing up for what's right. And I think that's the example that we need. When we see something wrong, we need to speak up. Silence is violence. And like you said, it doesn't matter.
Again.
Yeah, silence is violence. And when we don't speak up, we are creating and insinuating that we are with the Black supremacy. And what Black supremacy is pretty much what the white people do. They tear us down. They envy, they fear, distrust, all that. I'm going to be going over the William Lynch letters this week on my YouTube channel. And this is the breakdown, the rhetoric or the control. They set out a control, and it's a plan to control all Blacks. And it's just three simple things: distrust, fear, and envy. When you put those three things in the Black community, it is very popular. They are envious of each other. They're fearful that the next Black person is going to them, and they don't trust their community, and that's a problem. We definitely.
Let me say this to you,
what's up, Dr. Liken?
Let me say this to you, Tulsa. It don't matter what your sexuality is as it is at all. To me, I still consider you just a Black person that's going through the same struggle, still Black. End of the day, for
Well,
real.
that's you, but
So I would never
everybody
judge
else
you
is
for
not
that.
going
I
to
would
think
never
about it
judge you
like
for that.
that. You know,
Well,
we
I don't
have,
care what they're doing, but
yeah,
just know sincere is not going to judge. I'm not going to judge for who you are. Respectfully,
absolutely.
I'm not.
Here talking, and I want you to have more conversations about this because social media has been used as a weapon, and some people are just coming up here just spewing rhetoric. But we need to have more conversations like this with people like us having these conversations and spreading the word. But that's all I wanted to say. Thank you for having the conversation. Even if you come up, we can agree to disagree and we can still get along. Remember that.
Yes, absolutely.
Yes.
Thank you, beautiful
Thank you,
people.
Tulsa. Basically speaks out about issues that affect Black women, and you know, we did an episode this weekend about sexual assault, Black men trying to ruin women's reputations. You know, we know about the situation with the young lady that basically stripped on live, and apparently she's mentally ill, and you know, so and so stole her meds and things like that. So Tulsa did an episode like exposing that person, which is what we need to start doing. Like I'm doing it. I take shots all day. I don't care who try me. You can try to say I defamed you if you want to. I put it in writing. We'll make it libel. We'll take it up a notch. But I want to shout Tulsa out for that, regardless of what you feel about people and the choices they make, grown people make for their own lives.
Listen,
We need to give credit where it's due.
you just brought something to my head. There used to be a website called Girl Don't Date Him. I don't know if it's still up and running.
Yeah.
Yo, blessings.
I was about to tell you, bring Dr. Liking up.
Blessings, brother.
Blessings. But that used to be a website that women went on and they provided information on certain guys that they've dated, normally it would be, you know, their bad experience, and they would say that they cheated with this one, or the person is married, whatever. And they'll put the guy's information on the website, and the website was called Girl Don't Date Him. I don't know if they took it down. There was like a huge controversy on it. They're like, oh, it's defamation of characters, defaming people, whatever. So I don't know if they took it down, but it was a good website, and I think we should get back.
I'm looking it up. I'm looking to see if it's still there.
Girl, don't date him.
I know I found somebody I grew up with on there. Yep. Yes. Yes, it still exists. Okay. And it was crazy because I had kind of seen those signs of him in high school. The girl he had a baby with. He had a baby with her, and then like her parents disowned her. So she ended up going to live with his family. But then he went off to college while she stayed home with his mom and sisters and the baby. And then, but was very controlling, like through his mom and sisters would call and report all her moves and stuff like that. And I used to tell her, like, I was like, yeah, I don't know about him. And so I recently found him on that site. And he had like 3 complaints from 3 different women.
Yep.
Do you think Breezy? I do have a question, Callie. Can you find love off those sites, Breezy? Can you really find like love off them sites?
It's called Don't Date Him.
Oh,
don't.
That's even worse. That's even worse.
Don't date him, girl. Don't date him. So other women go on there and they give their full on review and experience of dating someone that went to hell. And if you get several complaints on there, it's like a consumer's report, kind of, for men.
You can, so you actually have to register to be in it. They have, it says secret forum. Yeah. So that, yeah. And, okay, this is very interesting. And I wonder if they have like a section, or if they don't, it would be nice for them to have a section on grooming, because I really want us to start teaching young girls about why old ass men be trying to date them.
So Sincere, how you?
Everything is good. Everything is good, brother. We done talked about a lot today, me and Breezy.
Women bouncing.
We talked. Was you listening in today? Hearing everything we were talking about?
Man, I'm
Okay,
just.
good.
I've been sending it to him all day.
Yeah.
Dr. Lycan is a very, very natural alpha that should be a leader of men. He should be a leader of leaders.
You know, that's the goal, but it's built brick by brick, so
of course,
gotta take its time with it. But yeah, Sincere. So, what's the main topic y'all got going on right now?
The topic, we'll keep it the same one. The simps. Are women taking advantage of the simps nowadays in society? That was the topic all day. The simps.
The topic has kind of evolved, but yeah, the simps and alpha is kind of where we got down to.
Yeah.
What is
discussing those terms? We looked up the definitions. From Webster's, and then from for alpha, we looked up the American Psychological Association definition of alpha.
Yeah, I never heard this other word. Probably kind of don't relate to it. What is that?
A simp?
Oh, simp, like sympathy?
No, simping. Simping is
like
man.
simple.
Yeah.
I have a definition that I just Googled. It says simp. Simp is a slang insult for men who are seen as too attractive and submissive to women.
Yeah, having too much sympathy. You're a simp.
I thought it was simple-minded, but
nope.
I mean,
simp means you're very you're like very soft and emotional and all in your fucking feelings and always.
That's my point, bro. Women can take advantage of them, right? They take advantage of the simp, right?
Yeah,
all
right.
Yeah, but that's not where this started, Sincere. This started by Sincere calling a man who defends women a simp, because it was a conversation about natural versus unnatural, and so it was Sincere apparently versus 16 women who have now.
Oh
damn, Sincere, my bad, G.
The man got offended. Breezy was right there when I called him a simp. He got offended.
So he called his man, the man who came in to defend the women. His name is Grover, and Sincere had called him a simp.
Went through that, man. Damn, I feel so bad. I be seeing it done on here. I be feeling bad on these channels, like
Dr. Lycan.
Yo, they be
you cannot compare yourself to Sincere. I promise you. You're not a perfect human being, but
I called the man a simp. The live went crazy. They went crazy. Everybody was
Dr. Lycan, the type of women that you be having disagreements with are not.
I be having disagreement with 50 and 60-year-old women out here that just be stuck in their ways with whole big old 40, 50 group chats. They be booming and they be getting on me like, nah, Dr. Lycan.
Feminine what do they get on you about? Because I've never heard you say anything.
They be having a LGBT community support them, and they be just like all just owning. I be like, all right, I surrender. White flag. I'm out.
What do they get on you about? Because this is shocking to me because I've not heard you say anything.
Structure, talking about like just standing on morals, standing on code.
Do you talk about the lack thereof as if it is the fault of women?
I talk that it's the lack of God and the man leading the household, and they be like, "Oh,
okay, yeah." That's what I'm saying. Like you're not disagreeing with the women Sincere's disagreeing with.
Oh shit! Damn, Sincere, what happened?
It's. I didn't come off like where I'm one of those men that just agree with the women. That's when I called him.
I don't either, so I don't know.
He was coming off to these particular women as they accuse him of hating Black women. I have heard rhetoric from Sincere where I would draw that conclusion if I didn't know him better.
Sincere, what's your nationality?
I don't know you as well American. As I know Sincere, but I have.
All right, but what you mixed with, G?
Huh?
Me on Caribbean islands. My
How
father.
could this man be against black women? He black himself.
Man. Yo, Callie, and Breezy was right there. I asked him.
Wait. What is your heritage?
My father is Jamaican, and my
But you
mother's
weren't raised
American.
by him.
Nowhere to be
Okay.
found. I'm sorry.
You were raised by your mother's parents, right?
My mom.
And okay, so your hair, like, yes, you may be, your father might be Jamaican, but you not Jamaican.
What was your mom? You said, G?
My mom's American because my father came to the States, and then
what is American? Caucasian?
Huh?
African American, born
Black
in America.
African. It would be like Caribbean island or African American. You could say that.
So he gotta love black queens then. He can't be against them.
Oh no, I was just thrown off by that.
You can't assume that somebody is not against black women because they're black. That's a huge assumption.
Don't mean that we're gonna tolerate their shit. Like if a woman's like
that was my point right there, Callie.
He
agreed with the bullshit from the black woman. He never stood up for the men. He never stood up for me. He allowed it. He allowed it to happen.
Black men need to be protected and stood up for.
Oh,
yeah, hell yeah.
Wait a minute. Stop. Pause. Hold on. Wait a minute. Hold on. You're running, and it's all a lot of accusations flying around. We got to come back to center.
Does the quarterback run the play by itself?
That is a whole entire lie.
Come on now.
Who the hell made the Underground Railroad for her man to get her man out of slavery?
It was
and
her
then
man?
went back for a whole bunch of other men than them. It was a fucking black woman. Stop.
It was her man?
My culture from my people, Nani, was the one that liberated us from slavery. A black woman protecting.
I think she did that for her people.
What the bumper clap one too? Listen, no, I'm not censor something. That is a foolishness. That is foolish. That is wrong and foolish, and you know that. We're not going to do that here.
She had defense. Harriet Tubman. Let's say her name.
Okay.
Let's not talk in code. Harriet Tubman had a lot of help.
She's not talking about Harriet Tubman.
Who was she talking about?
Nani. Harriet Tubman.
Oh shit!
I gave him two references. I did say Harriet Tubman. That's the American reference, and I said Nani, that is the Harriet Jamaican Tubman reference.
Has now become like somewhat mythical. Nani, we know. You know what I'm saying? Our oral tradition is strong. What we know of our history is strong because we weren't as divided as they were here geographically. So there's a lot, like, trust me, Harriet Tubman, the concept of Harriet Tubman is one of my biggest inspirations, but let's just clarify. Nani, for sure, we know what Nani did. Harriet Tubman is questionable. And I recently, somebody told me this, and then they gave me some of the research, which I encourage y'all to do. The myth of Harriet Tubman. I don't entirely
believe. Callie. She spoke on it, on Callie. A man came on my live before and said that. He don't think Harriet Tubman even exists.
I never heard this before, so I had to mute. I hadn't heard it before.
I think it exists, 100%. I think it exists.
Trust me, I did the research because I was like, what? I was like, of all the black ass conspiracy theory shit I've heard. But
you can't get lost in the confusion. There was
Amen.
I remember me and my sister went down south, and I think this was somewhere in Alabama, close by. And the river had receded from that area. When the river receded, we saw a whole bunch of footprints in the river, and it was trailing in a certain type of way. The Underground Railroad was very real.
That was real. They're saying
exactly. I agree. It's 100% real. It was real. It's real.
Yeah, it's not the Underground Railroad that's questioned. It's whether or not Harriet Tubman actually existed. There's some debates that say that she could have really been a man, and they gave the credit.
Oh, they try to say Michelle's a man. What you think about that?
No. Again, not Michelle is an actual human being we've seen with our physical eyes.
I didn't say not a human. I didn't say a robot. I said a man.
No. I get what you
said. A Michael.
our history, people. If you allow people to confuse you for you to get lost in the sauce, we'll never have any structure. It will always be a loose foundation. The only reason why people can't say nothing about Nani is because we hold on to our history. We hold on to our history. So nobody's gonna tell me that Nani was not real when she's in my blood. You understand what I'm saying? You cannot tell me that, right? And it's the same thing for American culture. I feel like a lot of who we are and what we are and why you guys are fighting against each other. We are all fighting against each other because you allow your history to be diluted. You allow yourself to be whitewashed. Now Harriet Tubman never existed if she wasn't really real. What?
Did some theories is it was really a man and they gave the credit to a woman to make her less.
Who is Nani? If you guys can upgrade me, I'm here for the education.
Okay,
she liberated the slaves in Jamaica.
Nani is a Maroon. She's a tribal leader for what is called the Maroon tribe in Jamaica. Maroon are basically a culture of people. There were the Africans mixed down with the Native Americans or the Native West Indians, whatever you want to call them, that were initially in the land of Jamaica. When the British came, so a lot of the slaves were escaping. They were running away. They were escaping. So the British sent for backup, right? So they came to invade Jamaica to go collect all of the slaves that were escaping. They were escaping in the mountains, in the caves. So they got some, like she was a witch doctor, or I don't know what you guys call it, like a voodoo priest. I don't know what you guys call it up here, but basically they say she know witchcraft.
Was she like a spiritualist? Like, why did they say that? 'Cause I know a lot of times the white people here just say that when you know how to like
they
just
say
have
that because
understanding and wisdom and knowledge.
They don't have understanding of what's happening in front of them. Nani and the tribe of the Maroon people mastered the land. They mastered the land and they mastered the herbs. And that's what they use. They use bow and arrow. They use the natural artifacts to blend in. The camouflage
Amanda. They gonna face payday when God come, but while we here, God ain't here yet, girl. He ain't here yet. Not yet, but he's on his way. Is this hot sauce? This hot sauce, girl.
Understanding and wisdom and knowledge.
They don't have understanding of what's happening in front of them. Nani and the tribe of the Maroon people mastered the land. They mastered the land and they mastered the herbs. And that's what they use. They use bow and arrow. They use the natural artifacts to blend in. The camouflage
think they're gonna sell out.
I think they are too, baby.
I am speaking it into existence.
Sold out. Sold out. Completely sold out. Sold out.
Sold out. Sold out.
Sold out, honey.
Sold out.
I'm over here labeling.
You should do a pre-test for all these new items.
Okay, Anna, I will. I'm sorry, baby. You said, yeah, right? We used to remember it was so crazy over there, remember? I was going to do that shit last year.
Thank you. They say they most definitely purchase. Okay, so I see a lot of people saying they don't purchase or whatever. I need y'all don't be flaking now. When it drop, I need y'all to sell out. Cause I really think the kitchen sink and the couch is gonna sell out the fastest. Only because y'all are so stuck on that moment. Y'all are gonna want the kitchen sink. Like I ain't gonna lie, y'all gonna want the kitchen sink.
Girl, hit the kitchen sink one more time and tell me what it hit like. Is it gonna knock your wig off? Huh? Is the kitchen sink gonna knock your wig off?
It's gonna knock your wig off. It's gonna knock your wig off, not once but twice. Okay?
God damn.
You might as well just leave the wig off at this point. Just leave the wig off at this point, because baby, the kitchen sink is gonna hit you.
Let me stay ready then.
Bro, y'all have to get the whole collection. I ain't gonna lie.
I gotta stay ready. You said
they have to buy the whole collection. Y'all have to get the whole collection. Y'all have to get the whole collection.
Because you got this. Let me smoke. Stay ready, because I'm gonna sit over here because I don't want nothing to
We're
happen.
gonna do the CBD, but for right now, we're only going.
You want to do Delta 8? We do both of them. All three.
We're doing all three of them.
Delta 8. Delta 8 CBD.
TLA 2.
Huh?
TLA 2.
Delta 8.
Delta 8.
So this is just a regular vape pen. This one right here is apple mango or something like that. It's good. This is stay ready. This is not THC. This is not CBD. This is just regular nicotine free vape. That's it. Nothing. There's nothing in it. Wow, I have a bruise right here, which is pretty interesting.
Understanding and wisdom and knowledge.
Right, they don't have understanding of what's happening in front of them. Nani and the tribe of the Maroon people mastered the land. They mastered the land and they mastered the herbs, and that's what they use. They use bow and arrow. They use the natural artifacts to blend in. The camouflage